what is one thing personally in your life that has been like the big lesson, the big over, like this is, I'm learning it again and again. What is the thing that you've learned?
Well, I've learned a lot of different things, but I mean, it's like you said, it's the same thing that I'm always relearning. You would think you'd get the point and it'd be there forever.
Yeah.
But I mean, even just as recently as, this last project, everybody has stuff. The market's changed. I got a $2 million flip house I can't sell right now. We're like losing money every day. It's stressful and I'm feeling the pressure. And I'm like, I was overwhelmed, very busy, but I was so grateful to have this project coming up, this last one we did right then, because I knew it was what I needed to get out of my own funk of just worrying about my stress. I mean, the market's crazy. I'm working as hard as ever. It's different than 2008 and all that, but it's reminiscent a little bit when you work so hard and things just aren't happening. Nothing's coming together. But it changes everything, and I knew that, but I needed something to kick me out of my own little pity party. And so I'm constantly reminding myself of that, and it does the trick every time. Even when I'm struggling to get there and I'm worried I'm not in the right spirit for it, or maybe I'm not, I don't want to not be all I can be. So I sometimes worry when I'm caught up in my own problems because I don't want to spread that to anybody. But I step foot on the property where it's at and my mood changes because I'm around all these other people who are already working and smiling and having the tunes on. It's a party. We have fun. We have a DJ that shows up at the end. I don't know if you know this because you got to come to one of these. I mean, we all wear red. It's a pretty powerful color. I learned that at BYU, and it was like, why does the red always stand out over the blue? It is a power color.
The better color, if you want to be honest.
It really does. It stands out in a crowd. So the first project we did blue, and it didn't have the impact. Ever since then, the color's been red. Plus, it's love, hearts, whatever. Everybody wears red. Line the streets. We got the balloons. We got banners. But we got a DJ, full-blown DJ with a mic. YMCA, looking like fools. We're just out in the street. And the other really important part that I didn't mention that we do on all of our projects is you never want people to show up and not have something for them to do, right? I heard someone say once, the happiest person at the end of a service project is the one that's the most tired or whatever, something like that. So it was very important for us, especially for these kids coming and teenagers, which probably half of our people at our projects are kids and teenagers. We got to have something for them to do. Mm-hmm. So we have a whole committee making sure we leave projects that they can do specifically.
Smart.
And we also have a whole committee. We call it our Neighborhood Love Mob Committee. We get the kids out. We got little jars, and we call it Change for Change, and we divide them up, and they go with somebody. We let the kids talk, and we let them go around and tell all the neighbors what's going on. Go ring the doorbell, tell them what we're in the neighborhood for. Usually if it's a big one, we've let them know because the traffic's crazy. Sometimes the media's there, and we want to let the neighbors, we don't want them to hate us, so we tell them ahead of time. But then we let the kids go knock on the door and tell them, hey, do you know your neighbor, Jessica, across the street? Like, probably 80% of them don't even know their neighbors anymore, Well, then we're like, no, make sure you let them know. This is a single mom. Her husband died. She's got 3 kids. We're doing a project for them, and we want you to come and welcome them home. They're going to be back today at 5 o'clock. Can you come and, if you want to donate to Little Miracle, here's our Change for Change if you've got spare change. But if not, come and meet your neighbor. Wear red and come join in. And if you have something that you want to donate, we have a welcome home basket. Feel free to bring it. And then also sometimes we'll say, is there anything we can do? Like if they need to shovel driveways, we'll have extra shovels, or we'll have garbage sacks if it's lawn cleanup. So the kids are also serving neighbors, but they're also talking to them and telling them, come and meet your neighbor.
Wow.
Because that's another one of my favorite stories. We had a mom, cancer, single mom, 3 kids in Ogden, Jessica, amazing. No one knew she had cancer. they said, oh, I know. Yeah, I wave at her. She's real quiet. She'd lived there quite a while. And oh my gosh, we got several of her neighbors were so excited to come be a part of helping fix up her house and welcome her home. And this one family in particular was there all day, and they had a young daughter that was there, and she was talking to me during the project, and she was thinking this was all so fun. And they just loved meeting her, literally meeting their neighbor for the first time, welcoming her home. And the next day happened to be a Sunday, and I had promised my daughter to take her to the lagoon, so I'm like so exhausted from this project, but we're at lagoon the next day. This little girl comes running over to me, and she's like, you were at the miracle yesterday. I saw you. She's running towards me. I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's the little girl that was across the street. Her mom comes over and she says, oh my gosh, it's been wonderful. We've been with Jessica. We helped her haul off some of the stuff that she wanted to donate. And I'm like, wait a minute. It's like 1:00 on a Sunday. And you didn't know her yesterday. You didn't know her name. And it's 1:00. You've already been over there today. And you helped her haul off some of the stuff that she's donated that she didn't want that we left out. That was like so awesome to hear, because that's what it's about. We can't be there for all the neighbors, but we want neighbors. Help your neighbors.
Yeah.
Know your neighbors. Most people want to. They just haven't
just
had
don't
some
make the
weirdo knocking on the door saying, come over at 5:00 and meet them, That's another thing that I think is having a ripple effect and changing people because, people used to know their neighbors. People used to help out their neighbors. Like, we're all kind of in our own little worlds now.
Yeah.
So it's awesome when you see
awesome.
that.
Fantastic. Love.
Another little story. I'll keep going.
Oh, man. You're making this so easy for us.
Sorry, guys. I can learn. 11 years. I got
No, we'll sit back and you had me cry like 4 times already. It's embarrassing.
You look cute crying. That's good, Rob.
Oh, that's my look. Yeah, my poker face is tears.
That's good.
Good to know. It's going to come up this weekend.
Yeah.